Hello everybody, I am back with a new video.
And today we are having cereal.
This is not an actual figure. Whatever it says in the title, that is wrong. This is cereal. We're gonna eat cereal. Cereal, and what you need for cereal is first a crappy action figure. I don't have enough money for a bowl. And what you need for a crappy action figure is milk. Never mind, I'm allergic. Water you need is water.
And what you need is cereal.
How do I open this? This isn't cereal. Wow. Why did they change the boxes? This is very cool. Oh my god, guys. It's not cereal. Well, this is a long introduction, you know. But anyway, this is actually an action figure. Forget about Tails. But it is a very hype figure. This is the first type of non-Marvel DC figure I have that isn't like a superhero. But who really cares? Tony the Tiger is the strongest mascot of all time. And what here we have Slam Dunk. Frosted Flakes. Kellogg's Tony the Tiger Top Frosted Flakes. Tony the Tiger. Tiger with some Frosty Flakes. Frosty Flakes. Image of Tony the Tiger. They're great. The trademark, I think. Jada toys and action figure up here. And then here we have, I think, the coolest thing. It's like ingredients, but it's what in the... And it has all the accessories down here. And the points of articulation. So let's get into this. This intro is far too long. Look at this. This was inside the box, but this just looks amazing. I might keep this. Took him out the box, and he is very good detailed wise. Everything is a bit stiff though. I can't seem to fix that. I might fix after recording. But I haven't got into articulation yet. So let me show you. Here we have his head. He can't look up that much, but you know he looks down decent. He comes with soft goods, which is really good. His arms go up past 90 degrees, biceps a joint. And then, double jointed elbows, but they are really stiff. Wrist joint. Can go up here, can go all the back here. Can't kick up here, biceps swivel. I could kick out this much. Single jointed knees, which I'm alright with that. Ankle articulation and pivot. So that's really good articulation. Especially for something I would expect with not that amazing articulation. If you just saw this, you would think, oh yeah, this is a normal toy, maybe for kids. So yeah, it's a really good articulation wise, oh yeah. He also has his tail can go up and down. And now I want accessories. He has a fist and a kind of halfway open hand. straight out of the box. He has a pointing finger. Another pointing hand for the basketball accessory. A open hand for the cereal accessory. A gripping hand for the spoon accessory. He has a thumbs-up hand. And here's a box of cereal for that. First gripping hand, which is fully designed with the cereal design on the box. Now let's get into size comparisons. Here he is next to Jada Toys R Us. Next to Marvel Legends. The thing next to Marvel Legends. Disney Plus Moon Knight. He is next to Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Iceman. Loki's Superman. Here is next to Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool. Here is next to Loki's Deadpool and Wolverine. Wolverine. Here he is next to Jack's Pacific Sonic, the Hedgehog from Sonic 3. Here he is next to Marvel Legends Superior Spider-Man from the 85th Anniversary Wave. Here he is next to Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Game of Us and Mafix 2099 Spider-Man. Now I'm gonna get this guy in a pose and tell you my final thoughts on this figure. Got him in a pose and he is really good. One thing I will say, a lot of the joints are loose and the knee, I feel like it'll break every time I use it, so I'm just very not worried about. That's one thing I just don't like. I do love the cloth good and the whiskers. The whiskers are very nice. I do not like the mismatch of hands. That is something that annoys me a lot. Mismatch of hands is very dumb. I would say if they give up maybe 1 or 2 pairs. A pair of face or pair of open hands. That will be way better than it is right now. Also, I would say for the pointing fingers, they could have done it too. 2 types of playing fingers, one for the left, one for the right, but instead of one of them having like a bit, it's for this and that what they need to do. They should have put a hole in here. I don't know, I feel like it would be better to hide it compared for those, but I get it. They just chose that, so it's all right. The articulation on this guy is really good compared to my other Jada toys, my Roo, which I do think is probably one of the best figures ever. This is a very good figure. And Jada Toys is doing a good job. I love Jada Toys. I can't wait for the Invincible line. But also one thing I also have to say. Some of the joints, like the feet, are pretty kind of loose. Like the feet joints and this arm here. It's pretty loose. So that's just one thing I have to say. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. And I would say if you got multiple tails. But I feel like I'm asking for too much. Like maybe if the tail was a bit more blunt. Just like a normal straight tail instead of the curl. Like really curly. But it's alright. Alright with this freaky. This freaky is amazing. And my overall rating, 8.5. Like compared to this guy, he doesn't really need a lot of detail, but look at that, this is all great. All this is great detail and he is just great detail. The basketball. You can see the detail on that. Oh yeah, and one thing that kind of annoys me is this part for the basketball. It doesn't stay on as good. But I am probably doing it wrong. So I think that's most of the things I have to say. The cloth goods are very nice. Hopefully it doesn't come off, 'cause I don't know how to tie a knot. And that's all I really have to say. Stay marvelous, everybody. And the final words of this video is